Oh, okay. Well, I'm here. The blue light's on. Try to live for 24, 25 seconds. Okay. Guess nobody's here yet. Zero up there on people or thumbs up. Okay. One person. Really should get some dental work done. Everything shows. Got my Grateful Dead shirt on here. Okay. I can hear my voice from in there. It's like a second or two delayed. Okay. It says you got three people. Hmm. Okay. I'm going to test something out, see. It's very light. Okay. Oh, it's backward. Say, Bear, if you're on yet seeing this, I wanted you to see this, my lift table, that I've got ideas sketched out, one or the other. The top picture is a scissor lift style. Been getting some ideas off of those over at Harbor Freight. Which one may go with, take up more space, is that bottom style that when it folds down, it'll fold down flatter, I think. And the floor, and I build it and build up around it. And that way, okay. Don't see anybody else on yet. Anyway, build up the floor around the lift. Do I have to do something? 3.5 minutes. Okay, there you are. It's weird as hell. I can read your comments, but I'm not hearing you. Okay. Yeah, my sketches, I've been thinking about them for a while. I just now drew those, give myself some kind of an idea. Like I said, the scissor lift style I like the best, but this bench that I'm going to use, probably it's wood made out of 2x4 framework and covered with two sheets of, I think it was Baltic birch plywood, and still want to cover them with some kind of sheet metal. I like it's also 40-inch wide by 8 foot long. You just uh, strip down a little off the edge of those two 4x8 sheets of plywood, and they're still 8 foot long. I don't want to cut them up. but it may prove better where it would work only just 4 feet long instead of 8 feet. And I'd have another tabletop to make a bench out of for the carport or something. But it is pretty neat. The built-in cameras on the laptop, they're a little grainy, light too light on the picture, I guess, but uh, I could see myself pretty clear there. Yeah. I'd say, Barry, say you're buffering. From here, you tell me if the sound is coming in clear. I was going to take this out to the garage, the laptop. I saw on the settings that because don't have 1,000 subscribers, I can't do mobile live stream with the phone. Or I guess cameras are the same way. I don't know. Okay. Uh huh. Yeah. Well, okay, that's good. Don't know how long beyond here. Just wanted to do this again for the fun of it. First time we tried it, it was exactly a year ago, 28th, I think it said, of last year. Hey, nothing edited. Okay, hi. You just, your comment just showed up. No idea how long it takes to show up. This picture on my laptop, real clear. Last year, I was about to say it was just all staticky and broken up. But we had our phones online and the two TVs are off. All the tablets we've got are shut off too. Okay. Yeah. There's McGee sitting next to me. Your daddy dog Jethro, he's sitting on the other chair over here. You want to say hi? You want me to hold you a bit? Yeah. You can lay down and go sleep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you lay down, go sleep. Take a nap. Yeah. After a while, have some biscuits. Okay. After a while. Yeah. Yeah, he likes to, as long as he's with me, he doesn't care what I'm doing. Jethro is one likes to lay on a blanket out in the garage as long as he's with me. McGee doesn't like to be out in the garage much. Okay, yeah. That due to buffering or just because I'm using the laptop? Still want to get a camera instead of using my camera phone. I want to show everybody this. In my LG Fiesta there, but we got these at Walmart. They're called the Go Donut. Two slots in them. This one I'll use the most because it uh, has a deeper slant to it. It had room on the back of the phone. We were given a couple of these rubbery pockets You could put your driver's license in it if you want. Just take your phone and driver's license and a credit card. You could do that, but I'm putting some business cards in that one. Keep them with me. Well, uploading, yeah. You seem to be, when I'm watching you on your camera yesterday, uh, it was sure loud and clear, really, really solid, clear picture. Looking at myself here on the laptop, it just looking a little washed out, or too much light on the setting, I guess. Don't know if I can go in my settings and change that or what. Yeah. Work on that someday, though. Get better camera equipment. Okay. Uh-huh. I don't believe I put more than two videos at one time, and they were just short, 30 seconds or a minute, something like that. And last one I did on my mower deck, 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes. Oh, one of the longer ones I've done. That deck is just about finished. I took some pictures of with a camera of different stages of it along the way. Pretty much rebuilt. We sure didn't have about $800 for a new, completely brand new deck. So, oh, okay. With setting them to private until you're ready to post, is that the same as uh, how they say it, uh, setting them up to be posted at a certain time or something like that? I've pretty much forgotten some of those rules, regulations. I just haven't cared much lately about monetization, all that stuff. It's going to be a long time before. Lost two subscribers the other day, but got two others back, two new subscribers. So it's still at 42 for subscribers. I got a long ways to go before I can worry about monetization. I'm more concerned with getting the business up and going, legitimate business, getting the tax ID number from IRS. And state of Kansas, you have to get a compensation and sales use tax number so you can pay your sales taxes. Yeah. Well, after they changed their rules about monetization, that you just see a mass exodus of people going to like Patreon and those channels. They have lots of rules too over there, but uh, I think it a better deal have patrons instead of worrying about videos on YouTube qualifying for monetization. Getting a terrific glare. I don't know if it's light coming in the kitchen window here or the light. See the glare on my glasses here. Yeah, I definitely do too, but only because I never had very many subs yet. Yeah, like I said, that's why I got to wondering. I started to start a Patreon channel. I'd also called it Lawnmower Man. I tried to, I deleted it or put it in suspension, whatever they call it. And you're supposed to be able to come right back on and reactivate it and continue on, but I couldn't figure out how to do that. I was trying on my phone too, I think, phone app, and you might be limited as to what you can do on your phone. Sure got enough projects to do to make a lot of videos potentially. I've cut a tree down and build or buy another shed out behind the garage. I'm going to keep the garage free to park a car in every night. I don't care about the add-on carport. You might have seen it in some of my pictures or videos. I'm going to, I'm pretty sure, close it up and turn it into a storage room. That means you just have one. Yeah, yeah. That's what I was reading. Someone last night that I subscribed to. Forget his name, there, but he said he never posts videos. He just watches other people's. Yeah, I realized before you can do that. Probably what I'm doing a lot of. I I'm not terribly big on subscribing to people that may not watch a whole bunch of their videos. They don't watch some of theirs all the way through. Someone was saying if a person's video is not watched all the way through, it doesn't count for monetization or something like that. And then too, I like to hit like at the first so I don't forget to. And they're changing their rules like they did on how many subscribers you have to have minimum and number of watched hours. That may have turned a lot of people off from wanting to subscribe to channels. Yeah. It probably started this channel way back about the same time you did, but Shea Bear, I mean, but I only got onto it originally, started watching abandoned house videos, and then I kind of quit doing that. But then just, what was it, 3, 4, maybe 5 years ago, I was on it. Now I'm on it a lot, watching other people's videos. Huh. And at 14,000 subscribers, you're still, I guess, not making a whole lot of money on your through monetization. I watch people like Musty One. He's got well over 300,000 subscribers. And apparently, he's supposed to be doing pretty good. Yeah, I got a lot to learn about myself about, especially just using the cell phone for making videos. Should just put it on the tripod and leave it alone. But then you can't really hear my voice very loud. Getting self-conscious about that. Yeah. Well, even that much would sure help me turn right around and buy more camera gear and lumber to build onto the garage. I start out by just posting more fix-it videos. More or less been tinkering with the idea right now, just working on our own cars, stuff like that. Yeah. Hmm. Oh crap! Sure seemed like on there longer than that. Coming up on 22 minutes is all. Yeah, he's interesting to watch. Love to have that shop he got. I don't think he's buying it. I think he's leasing it. That's fall out of my chair here. Yeah, I like as much as I like your cooking videos. You were doing some going to local parks and stuff like that. That last one was some park somewhere, and my wife recognized the area you said it was in or near. She used to teach in the Houston school district, or not public schools, the private schools in the Houston area. She was born and raised in Ellis County, up there halfway between Dallas and Waco. I had only lived in Texas about 25 years or so. We're coming up on being married 24 years in December. Moved to Texas with my ex-wife. Still kind of getting used to being in Kansas. Don't know anybody. Be 4 years in April we've been here. Uh, you and your family been from originally from somewhere else, just moved to Texas then, huh? Say, Bear, you're originally from up north somewhere. Didn't you say Ohio or something like that? I didn't notice anybody else came on, commented. Got 5 people on right now. Don't know if I can. Maybe other people just reading. Uh-huh. Only time we'd been to Louisiana to go do the gambling on the river boats out there. Hadn't been back there after the tornadoes pretty much destroyed that one boat. I'm Colorado originally, just south of Denver. Man, I made the mistake of moving to Northern California 10, 12 years, I think it was. Never could get used to living out there. I do this sketch of these table ideas just to show you guys, but you got to wondering if there's some way to post some pictures or video. Oh, hey, you didn't have to work today, monkey? Yeah, California is just strange. I suppose New York State would be that way too. I'm just too conservative. Nice weather all the time in California. Ride motorcycle year round, even in the rain. Well, I'm hanging on to this bike I got now, trying to anyway. That's my other project, build some riding mowers using the front half of a motorcycle frame, steering components and all that. Seen some pictures of them. People built them. Getting better with my welders. Yeah, Shadberry, you're in an area of the country where you're not going to have 6 inches or a foot of snow. I'm going to try to shrink this down a little more. Made the picture bigger. Okay. Made it 80%. The video picture larger, but so is the yeah, you had some kind of little 50cc scooter or something like that, wasn't it, that you just picked up? This bike I got is a 1980 Kawasaki, the KZ750 E1, a basic style, not their uh, Harley version, which was the same frame, just a teardrop tank and two-piece seat on it. I like a Kawasaki, just a spin-off engine of the Ninja and the police bike. Has a lot of history to it. I could probably get it running again. It's been sitting for several years and not running. The scooters are sure nifty. Hmm. Well, I was in California. It's almost to buy it's all torn apart. The former California Highway Patrol Z1. It sure needed a lot to restore it, so I passed on that at the time. They use nowadays both Kawasaki's and Harleys out there. A lot of police departments and highway patrols. It's still used bikes. Oh, whole half hour. Didn't know, dang, how long I'm going to stay on, but I'm sure glad it's working better. What, plugged me in? Yeah, its battery's already down to almost halfway. Bloop. Oh, I was on battery power. I was on lower light level. I can see myself a lot better, but heck of a reflection. I don't know if I could get in there. 67% battery. Show hidden icons. Graphics. Huh. Well, when it comes to scooters, I noticed already in the biggest city we live close to, the city of Pittsburgh, and the next county up from us, they're in Crawford County, and you see them priced all the time on Facebook Marketplace, not running anywhere from $50 to $250. But you can find them just as easily, especially those 250cc. Uh, they're more larger scooters, I guess. Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki make one, or used to anyway. Yeah, even used. You find someone for under 1,000 got one and decided they didn't want to keep it because uh, you're. I bet you don't have 100-mile range on a tank of gas. You're always pulling in gas up. Whether we go locally here or on into Joplin, Missouri is the next biggest city for us, and they're both 25, 27 miles up here to Pittsburgh up the road from us, and Joplin was something like 35, 37 miles. Little bitty ones, yeah. That's the one you did the video on, got it running again? Yeah, that would be terrific. About a quarter mile away ride, yeah. I'll check out your videos. I had watched a ton of videos. People and bought them cheap and fixed them up, got them running again. Hadn't really been concentrating on them. Here in Kansas, if it's under 50cc, you don't have to have a driver's license. I brought besides Class A CDL, I brought my motorcycle endorsement. I kept that all. So, want to be able to ride again. we'll see how things go. But they say even if you're 62 like I am, you shouldn't give up on riding just yet. There's a lot of people in the area, have mostly Harleys, but a lot of people with bikes up here. 80. Oh, now other people watching maybe no one said anything, just watching. That's good. I guess that counter up on the upper left is total number of people watching. Scroll back up. I don't see anybody but you guys. My wife was on a minute ago. You guys down there just have one scooter? Uh, well, that's okay. You got a ton of vehicles to work on right now, anyway. Yeah. If I was still living in California, I'd be riding a lot more often. Had bikes out there just about the whole time I was out there. I'd seen people with baskets on behind them on the seat or on the luggage area. Seems like somebody makes some kind of a sidecar get up for scooters. If I could find a sidecar for my Kawasaki, might go that route. We'd both have our own seats. Hmm. So you're kind of limited. They can't, without a camera, go out to the garage or out in the yard. I just didn't want to chance the Wi-Fi connection breaking up. Okay. Might dig out the bike during the winter and tear into at least clean it up, get the dust off of it. Mud dauber wasps nests. Be a project to get into for the winter time. Mhm. One thumbs up and showing 6 people watching, or had been, or something. Yeah, well, the what you see in the driveway from the front, that's the one car cinder block garage. What you see from the street, and the one car add-on carport, I'm going to just turn that into a, a shed or storeroom. Might leave the front where I can lift up the wall, get projects in and out, or if I have to squeeze a car in there, I could. It's a dirt floor though. Little 5 by, oh, what is it, 5 by 8, 6 by 8 shed on the back. It's pretty rotten. I can at least use all the sheet metal off of it and build another shed. But I want to put that out in the way out in the backyard to put mowers in. Once I get it fixed up, want to make a whole wall of windows out of old wood sashes, make a whole wall of windows. Get them pretty cheap down around these parts, so do that. But that area behind the garage and shed or carport, want to buy or build another shed workshop area, raise it up higher off the ground than this garage floor. It's the surface of the concrete floor, it's in good shape, but it'll flood every time it rains. Get a little water in. Had to put weather stripping around the small entry door and just wadded up towels, whatever I can get my hands on for the front door. In the process of, well, I wanted to put in a new floor with a lift built into it, so raise the floor up. Easier to work in and better to work in, safer. Well, I tried to patch up a hole on bottom of my air compressor tank laying on that floor yesterday, I think it was. Had, well, I thought, tiny little pinhole leak I was going to weld over, and don't think I had the heat turned up too high. It just you go to strike an arc with the stinger, and I just burnt a hole big enough to stick my finger through. So it was paper thin. I could tell the bottom of my tank on the compressor. So I have to see if I can turn it over on its side and cut a good chunk out of it, weld a patch over it, or just find another tank. That's a good size tank on my air compressor too. that and find some more fencing so I could. We have a half-acre size lot here, 3 city lots they call it. I'd like to be able to fence in more of the backyard for dogs have a good sized yard to run in, and might be able to keep the wild deer out there just super thick in the area. Yeah, that's the other idea. Toss around ideas all the time with no money to make it happen. Tear down that stupid cinder block. It has settled some over the years and gotten some cracks in the between the cinder blocks that have to be patched up and then sealed again. But it could be salvaged easily. The cheapest way to go and raise the roof on it and tear off that carport and build a sure enough taller garage, wider too. So have the room to drive around it yet to get into the backyard or get in the backyard from the alleyway too. It's a good lot we've got here. Trying to work on this 100-year-old farmhouse though. I haven't watched your other kitchen videos, Shea Bear, on the leaky faucet. Get it all fixed. Mm. We got just our little dog yard out back behind the house. It was 30 feet by 40 feet. And I'm going to take about 4 or 5 foot off the side of that to if I put another shed out right behind the garage. Want to knock a couple of holes for doorways into the walls if I build onto it so I can go from room to room instead of going outside to go around. That would be cheaper though. We're going to eventually. We just basically moved in. We're still living out of boxes somewhat, and that was close to 4 years ago. We just have the appliances, furniture set up, put up a new 55-inch big screen TV watch in the living room. But yeah, I've got to strip all the wiring out of this house and plumbing, so I potentially could make a few videos on all that. Oh, that's right. You had a video, one of those hoses that come out of the faucet to rinse off your dishes with. That's the one you put in there. I'm looking at sinks again, like that style faucet over at Habitat for Humanity as a retail store in uh, city of Joplin, or is it Webb City, next city north of Joplin? Uh, they got some short hours. The Yeah, we have to do some unboxing videos of our own stuff. Yeah, basically, you guys just fixed that leaky faucet and all. Yeah, those old gooseneck style faucets were good. You could fill up tall stock pots with it. But whoever invented that style that has the sprayer hose that comes out of it. That would be nice. Like to rinse off dishes when we're done eating and at least get the worst of the crud off of them and then put them to soaking. Still have the skillet from this morning. Show you where we're at. We don't even have the electric stove hooked up. We're still on this 60 amp breaker service panel in this house from probably when the house was built. House has been remodeled over the years, but it still has that old 60 amp service panel. And till we started plugging in some of our appliances in other outlets, we were blowing those glass fuses left and right. I didn't care for that. Still have your old sink, yeah. This one we've got in our bathtub, somebody maybe years ago, I don't know, repainted it with one of those refinish kits. And as soon as we moved in, for some reason, all the paint just peeled right off. Now they look like they're ancient. They got stains in them. We had 2 or 3 used stainless sinks that I had saved up back in Texas. I forgot to bring with us, or didn't want to bring them, just more garbage to haul. Glad to find a Habitat retail store in the area. They have a lot of good stuff for sale in there. Yeah. 130 for that sink. It had to have only been the one of the lower grades of stainless without any uh, the coating on the backside for sound deadening and for insulation to keep the cold that comes up around the bottom of the cabinet under your sink. Better quality sinks, $250, I think, that have that undercoating on the bottoms. Have a double sink, but like I said, it's that painted style. There's some chips out of it. There's a steel sink with that enameled. Yeah, there's not many of those. Been to the Habitat's retail store out in Mesquite and one in Dallas when we lived in the area. Probably had one in Fort Worth too. Never been to the one in Houston. But summer or winter, I'll get back on it, do some more work in the house and coldest days, and do stuff out in the garage when I can. Remember to go out in the morning and turn on the little electric ceramic heater I've got. That's not a bad way to go for heat in a garage. You have cans of gas, stuff like that out there. Have a gas heater, but don't want to hook that up out there with working around cars, lawnmowers, and stuff. You guys have any more of your yard sale today, or have it again tomorrow, or yesterday was it, huh? Okay. Oh, good gumbo. That's good Louisiana style. That's good. Hard to find. But take her easy. Hmm. Better luck today, or you just on a slow side street, not much traffic on it. Remember, most cities in the Dallas Fort Worth area had real strict regulations about number of yard sale signs you could put up, and most cities you had to take them down immediately after the sale, or you could get ticketed for it. That's all right. I don't know what kind of regulations we've got. Limited number of yard sales we could have in this area, or what? Larger cities like up here, Pittsburgh, it's 30,000 people, I think. But it's strange, cities big as Joplin, Missouri. I think someone said it's only 50,000 people. They have citywide yard sales, lots of those cities, especially just over the state line into Missouri, down into Oklahoma, too. That's the city of Commerce, Oklahoma, not far from us, half-hour drive. They've got one humongous indoor flea market. That's where I bought that little welder at. It had a sticker on it that said 49.95 or something like that. And before I could say anything, the man offered to knock it down to 29. I said, okay. And tried it out the other day on my mower deck, and it works fine. But I was just using eighth inch rod, 16th inch rod, the 16th inch, of real tiny stuff, and only had about 25 amp. It's okay for doing stuff like that though, repair work on decks. Yeah, the first time I tinkered with converting one over that welder had been one of those carbon arc welders where you brought those the two halves of the handle with the carbons in them, copper coated. You had to bring them together to start the arc going between them, and then you could pretty much just do soldering and light brazing with it. That's why it's a small amperage. I know I can't increase the amperage on it. But keeping my eye open for a bigger welder. It rained here. This is Saturday. Or was it Thursday? I think it rained off and on the whole day. Get one of my mowers fixed up running again so I can do final really decent mowing of the season, and then still get it out probably once a month. I think to touch it up. Some of the weeds, if nothing else, keep growing all year. Yeah, that's the problem with the yard sale. You got to be at the mercy of the rain. tons of people have flea markets and have booths at these flea markets down here. Go to several of them. Yeah, this rod I got just at Harbor Freight, they have very limited selection. I understand that it's not a welding supply store by any means, but this 16th inch rod was a 6011 and did get some 8th inch rod, but they said somebody said in these videos 5/32 rod works the best at the highest amperage you can get out of it. Mine's only 70 amp maximum, adjustable. I'll see what else they've got for rod there. I was noticing the amperage ratings on them, so uh, see what they've got. Been on for an hour and 1 minute, 2 minutes. I was sitting there staring at that sometimes. You're watching the clock. Trying to count of people just, well, I didn't advertise it, didn't make any videos saying reminder videos. It's just fun doing this for the sheer fun of it. Wrote down some ideas for future videos I'm going to do. That was summer or winter. I could clean out the garage, leave the carport for storage, and just work inside the garage. Oh, okay. Yeah. Back outside after a while, tinker in the garage a bit more. Almost got the deck reassembled and paint is dry. Wasn't exactly John Deere yellow. Repainted it, but it was almost as good. Under that, I used 2 coats of black primer that was a Rust-Oleum rust inhibitor stuff, and then I put a couple coats, heavy coats of spray-on truck bed liner. That was Rust-Oleum brands too, and forgot to do any kind of video on that at all. Don't think I'll bother putting the warning decals back on it. We're always just going to keep that mower for ourselves. We bought it brand new in late 2005, early 2006. It was manufactured in 2005. Never had an hour meter on it. Always will wonder about how many hours total I've got on it. You just realize you got them emojis on there somewhere. Oh, wow. Smiley faces, car symbols, all that. There we go. I probably spend hours doing that. Oh, that's a bike. Okay. Oh, you can click on the send button too. I had dug out the video on my Power Director app that I'd already posted on my mower deck, but I skull and crossbones. Huh? I gotta find those motorcycle ones. Yeah, praying hands. I like that. Some of these are just plain weird. There with me, the posting the hands, yeah. Nature. See what car ones they've got. Oh, there's the bike, yeah. And a race car. Too doggone tiny. Under travel, bridges and stuff. Huh. Shinto shrine. Post that one too. Japanese style Shinto shrine. I like that. Huh. Objects. Huh. There we go. Sending you a bag of money. Probably not worth much. Here are some tools. Different kind of hammers, wrenches, and stuff. Huh. There's a C-clamp. BFH right there. There we go. Some weird kind of message through emojis, huh? Fix it or cuss it out. Alrighty. Okay. Well, that's about it. It was fun being on for an hour. Didn't know what the heck I'd say or do. But get some more ideas for my floor and the lift table farther along. Scrounge some angle iron to build the legs with. Got to find a hydraulic cylinder and the pump. Maybe electric motor to put on it. I don't know if I could hook up my compressor to it. I tossed around a bunch of ideas. Anyway, I'll post this far. Just I guess get off now and go do something else today. and after 3, you have to at least couple, maybe 3 hours before dinner time. You guys have a good rest of your day, Saturday, and good weekend. Guess we got to put that back on keyboard. Monkeys, yeah. Okie dokie. Here's my wife. So. Okay, well. Okay. Okay, catch you later. I'll go watch some of your other scooter videos tonight. Comment on them. Anyway, catch you later. Are you sure you want to end your stream? Yeah. Okay.